Live Q&A time now. First up from Lunatic using hashtag Cowboys. Smart man, my man. Even Jerry said scheme and coaching. That was a typical Garrett loss. I agree. I think it was a very typical Garrett loss. I think that's the best way to describe it here. Like, they didn't call the great plays, and it seemed like you're on the road against a good team, tighten up. And that's not the way I think you want to go about it if you are the Dallas Cowboys. All right, guys, reminder here is to use hashtag Cowboys on the show. It makes it a lot easier for producer Harrison to find them and bring them up on screen. So again, guys, make sure you use that hashtag Cowboys. I see a lot of you guys are doing it there. I appreciate it, but you got to use that hashtag. Makes it so much easier for our producer here, Harrison, to find them. TKG, what do you think went so wrong last night? I think a lot of the play calling and game plan itself was a problem there. Zeke was not down, or excuse me, Zeke was down. His elbow was on the ground. Now, with that said, don't put it in the hands of the officials. You can't do that. Allen, though, says blame the refs for the most part. Guys, the Saints had a lot of penalties too. So, do I think the refs did a great job? No, I don't think they did. I think they missed some pretty bad calls there and had some bad calls, but I'm not assigning the blame to the refs. The refs did not force the Cowboys to run the ball up the middle. The refs did not force the Cowboys to abandon play action and combination routes and RPOs and all that. So refs were not great. I'm not putting the loss on their shoulders for the Cowboys. King Timo, is there a way you see us keeping Lawrence and re-signing Quinn? Well, you're definitely keeping Lawrence. The question mark becomes on Robert Quinn, who's feasted on one-on-one matchups so far this year. I don't know what got into Taron Armstrong last night. He was bad. It's going to be the price tag for Quinn, right? Like, if he's expensive and if he keeps up, he's going to get $10+ million, you're going to lose him. Which I know Quinn might end up putting up better numbers than has so far. Don't forget, Lawrence is drawing all of those double teams here. Prince Jackson, I don't know. I didn't see Garrett talking into the headset at all. I'm going to blame Moore. He could have called number 20 or 15 more. He means Devin Smith, Tony Pollard. Put the order there. Kellen Moore is certainly the play caller, but the game plan, which is built out during the week, I think Garrett definitely draws some blame on that one. Martese Westbrook with a great question. Why no quarterback draws or screens? I think you can add quarterback-designed runs and RB screens. I don't know. It's a play call that works. I don't know. Cowboys fan 1973, I do have to call Dak throwing into a four-man coverage. I assume this was the Hail Mary play near the end, the second to last play. Here's the thing, though. That's the right decision. You got to pick up 45 yards when you've got one, maybe two plays left. Worst case scenario, oh no, it's picked off in a game you probably weren't going to win anyway. Best case scenario, maybe you get pass interference. So, yeah, I know it's so weird to see quad coverage. I would have preferred having an extra guy down there, maybe run 2 Hail Mary plays, but, you got to pick up yards there. That's the biggest thing for the Cowboys. I actually didn't mind that decision and the play call there and the throw by Dak Prescott. You need a miracle there. That's a miracle throw. Today's show brought to you guys by BetDSI. Also, use promo code Cowboys120. A little bit different here. Maybe you started earlier this year with Boys25, got that free play. Maybe you're winning some money. Add some extra money to your deposits and your income flow here with BetDSI. Chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code Cowboys120. It gets you a 120% deposit bonus. What that means is, put down $50, extra $60 for free. So in case you got a game wrong, Cowboys Saints like I did, you can have plenty of money left over at chatsports.com/bet and use that promo code Cowboys120. All right, Karen Durham, did Garrett shut down Moore's game plan for his own since this was an important game? I don't think there's like a conspiracy against Kellen Moore. I think that Kellen Moore and Garrett got together and they agreed on the game plan. I mean, you heard Jerry Jones, as they hired Kellen Moore, basically saying, hey, Kellen, if Garrett's not letting you bring those creative ideas, come to me, which is kind of, usurping the head coach's control. But I don't think it was Garrett shut down Kellen Moore. I think it was more of Garrett and Moore did this together and Moore listened to Garrett a little bit more than maybe he should have. Reckless Matt, it would have been cool to see Maher go for the 70-yard game winner. You and producer Brett out here wanted the field goal. Guys, he was never going to make it. He can't hit from 70. They know his distances. They have the distances dialed in for the kicker. He was never going to make it. They're telling I'm no fun. I know. It would have been awesome if he had made it, right? We all would have freaked out. There's no way he was going to make that kick, though. All right, Keith Parrish. Maybe I do want to get the DJ Swearinger one in there if you can, Harrison. The game told me that the Dallas coaching staff doesn't trust Dak Prescott to win the ball games. I get where you're coming from. Also, if that's the actual mindset, then they're blind. Dak's done it time and time again. I think what the game plan was, it was a road game. They want to control the clock and keep the ball away from the Saints, which is dumb because they have Teddy Bridgewater, not Drew Brees. If they had Drew Brees, that game plan would have made more sense. Instead, they just were super conservative. When that's a game, you actually probably favor a high-scoring game because Bridgewater's not going to make enough plays. They didn't challenge Bridgewater. They let the Saints control the clock. It was bad game planning. Cowboy Sports, should we pursue DJ Swearinger because Xavier Woods is banged up? Also, my grandpa doesn't watch much football, but was young at the Cowboys for running the ball. See, your grandpa gets it. It's so intuitive, it's mind-boggling, right? You can't run the football, so why would you keep running it? I don't get it either there. As for DJ Swearinger, he was cut by the Cardinals. I would have some level of interest. I will make note, he has been bad. There's really no other way around it. He has been getting roasted by tight ends all year long. So, yeah, I'd have some level of interest, but I think Woods is fine. With Kevon Frazier possibly going on IR, I think your number one concern is actually going to be looking into special teams help. Maybe Chris Covington, an extra linebacker, is the route you end up going there. Now, guys, there is just no way we're going to get to all of these questions, and I'm sorry. So if we don't get to them, go ahead and follow me and DM me on Facebook, facebook.com/TomDowneyChatSports, and I will get you guys hooked up. If any questions we don't get to, go ahead and DM me. If you're watching on Facebook, by the way, click in the description. It is hyperlinked for you. Reckless Matt, Tom, are you saying Dak was going to connect on a Hail Mary? He had one for halftime against Miami. It didn't even reach the ends, and they keep saying Maher has a big leg. Yes, I get where you're coming from, Reckless Matt, and I know you're a longtime watcher. Big leg does not equate to 70. Like, 70 is robot leg. That's what that is. I'm not saying Dak was going to connect on the Hail Mary. Obviously, it didn't work. But first off, Dak can throw it 70 yards downfield. Like, we've seen him do it before on Hail Marys beyond the Miami game. I am saying that when you are looking at a 1 to a million chance of a play actually working out, you have a 0% chance of Brett Maher, 1 in 10,000 or whatever for Dak Prescott. It's kind of a no-brainer odds there. You hope you get lucky with the Hail Mary, or maybe what you should have done is bust out the Tyreek Hill Hail Mary play. Just saying. Henry Smith, this is a good one here. Oh, God. Okay, so we have gone from Kellen Moore as the savior to Kellen Moore's trash. I don't give a damn what nobody says. So wait, you're saying you do care. Is that right? That's the double negative, yes. Kellen Moore, I have not heard this insult before. Dumpster juice. I love that. I'm going to steal it. As offensive coordinator. And considering the fact he sucked at the quarterback position in the NFL, then I'm not surprised. I see we're already back to the, well, he was a bad quarterback, therefore he sucks as a coach. Guys, tell me how good Sean McVay and Bill Belichick and Sean Payton were as NFL players. Let me know. Just get back to me. There is no correlation. Oscar Holly Loser, will Kellen Moore offensive scheme be questioned now after the loss to New Orleans? I think it has to be. You have to wonder how it went from so good in the first 3 games to so bad in week 4. Karen wants to know, do you think that if they had concentrated on the passing game first, the running game would have opened up? I mean, it wouldn't have hurt, right? Like, couldn't have been much worse. I think that if you throw it on early downs, it allows you to keep the defense off on their heels, off balance and all of that. And it works, by the way. The Cowboys in the first 3 games really were not necessarily a run-first team. They threw it on more than 60% on average on first and second downs. That's not what happened in this one. I think that's a big reason why they lost. And not only that, I ripped Linehan so much for being stubborn. That was a stubborn game plan by the Cowboys. Beyond the third quarter drive, nothing went right. All right, Jason, better team lost that game. I kind of agree. Dumb. Guaranteed that Ginger, he means Garrett, told Moore to go conservative and play it safe. So predictable, like Linehan never left and Zeke elbows was down, but whatever. Pack up next, let's go. I see no lies in that comment. All right, Francisco, hashtag Cowboys, any risk to go 3-2? I mean, yeah, Packers are a good team too. Both those teams don't want to start the year 3-2, so I think it's absolutely there a risk for the Cowboys. That also benefits you have the Jets coming up here. This is my mindset. This is how I was entering the year. Of course, the process has not been as good as I wanted. If you can split against the Packers and Eagles, beat the Jets, enter the bye 5-2, get that 5-2 mark, I think we'll all be happy overall, even if the process isn't quite what we want. Remember, guys, subscribe to us here on YouTube. We do highlights, grades, which is up on the channel, by the way, news, film studies, mailbags like this one right now, news, rumors, injuries, all kinds of stuff for you guys here on YouTube. So make sure you are subscribed. YouTube.com/Dallas Cowboys Report. And get to some more comments here. Bootsy Dunston, elite name. Missing Gallup. I agree. I think you missed Michael Gallup in that game. I don't think Devin Smith would have got open. And we'll see what the All-22 says, but I don't think Devin Smith got open in this one. Felipe Garcia, I think this loss will be a blessing in disguise, feeding fuel for the boys if and when we play the Aints. We should call them the Saints now because they won that one. Maybe it's a bit of a wake-up call. Maybe it's a bit of we're not as good as everyone said we were, and it kind of knocks them down a little bit, which I think we saw in the first half against the Dolphins too. I think in the end, you were not going to go 16-0. If you're going to lose a game, a tough road one against the Saints is an acceptable, if there is such a thing, loss. My hope is that it gets the offensive game planning back on track. Potato Master, what do we have to do to bounce back next week? I think you have to have a better offensive game plan for starters. This Packers defense, kind of the opposite of the Cowboys offense, right? Look great the first 3 weeks, and then week 4, all of a sudden it was bad. So I am very curious the Packers defense comes out. We'll spend more time on this on the preview. But the Packers kind of run this 3-3-5 almost, and it did not work against the Philadelphia Eagles. Do they adjust? Can the Cowboys get back on track on the ground and into the air? Got to find a better offensive game plan. That's the number one thing for me. All right, Zach Kremenak. Do you think Jalen Smith is still regressing, clearly being outplayed by Leighton Vander Esch? I thought Jalen played really well Sunday night. I thought he had a very good showing. I don't think it's that Jalen Smith is regressing after a slow start. I think it's that, guys, LVE's really good at football. Like, if one's a top 10 linebacker, one's a top 5 linebacker, off ball, of course, I don't think that means that it's regressing. All right, I am a ninja. Do you think the Giants are slowly looking like a big threat in the NFC East race, or are you not too worried about him? Well, let's see. They beat the Redskins, who had 3 interceptions because I don't think they prepped Dwayne Haskins at all to come in the game. And frankly, they should have lost to the Bucs. So, yes, I have been impressed by Daniel Jones, if we're being honest here. Check in with me in 2 weeks. The Giants' next 2 games, home against Minnesota, a short turnaround against the New England Patriots. If they win one or both, we can have that discussion. But I think best case for Giants is still 7-9. All right, Cowboys fan, do you think maybe our O-line is overrated? Look, they were graded as number 1 entering the game, but they did not play well. So I will just make this overarching comment on the quarterback, the coaching staff, everything. I think we do ourselves a disfavor when we try to say exposed after one game, as if it somehow invalidates all the other data points. Does this data point count maybe a little bit more? Sure. But I don't think we should say, you know what, the Cowboys are 3-1. Clearly they suck because they just lost. I don't think that's the mindset to take. I think it's a bad game, got to make adjustments. maybe don't totally freak out and panic quite yet. So with that in mind, let me know in the comment section. What will be the Cowboys' record this year? My preseason prediction was 10-6. I felt a little bit more confident than that before week 4. So let me know what you guys think there. I still think they're going to win double-digit games. I still think they get to the playoffs, and then we'll see what happens. I am very curious to see what ends up happening on that front there. So let me know what you guys think. I see several 10-6 there, 12-4 as well. But let me know in the comment section what the Cowboys' record will be this year. Hey Cowboys fans, thanks for watching the Cowboys Report. If you haven't already, click right here to subscribe to our channel for all the best Cowboys coverage on the internet. That's news, rumors, highlights, mailbags, film studies, and a whole lot more. And I'm making your lives a little bit easier as well with the next Cowboys Report video right here.